Hi everyone. Welcome to Real Economy Trucking, Euro style. I'm using ETS2 here with a Real Economy mod. So we're trying to see if we can simulate kind of being a real trucker here in Europe. We are an owner-operator, so this is our beautiful orange Scania that we own. And so I just dropped this load off last time. And at this point, I need to rest because I'm 25 minutes in my rest window. So before I look for a job, I am going to go ahead and do that. Do I have like a brake on or something? I'm trying to figure out what that yellow indicator on my dashboard is. That eye or whatever. I'm wondering if that's causing me some challenges in driving. Maybe it's always there. I just have not noticed it before. So I'm hoping I can go to where that rest spot is, but I'm worried that's a garage that if we don't own, we won't be able to rest at. But it looks like maybe across the street. Whoa, I didn't see him coming. Yeah, we've actually, near the fuel station, we've got something, so we'll be good. At least we do have a spot to rest. This is a busy little town for overnight. Now we are getting into the early morning hours, but we were pulling in here at like 1:30 in the morning last night, and the roads were pretty busy. Alright, so let's see. But yeah, that looks like, oh no, I guess it's a service area. But this will work because I want to fuel up and then I want to rest. So let me fuel up, do that. We've still got 20 minutes. It's not going to take me that long to fuel up. Then at least we'll know where we're at there, and more importantly, then in the morning we can just get going. So 1.41 euros per liter. Not too terribly expensive here with what I've seen. Alright, 901 euros. But now we'll need to back up because I think this rest area is behind us here. And then I think our loan payment is due around noon. Alright, so we can just rest here. Kind of a bad place to leave the truck, but we'll go with it. Alright, so Sabrina made 315 euros, but yes, our loan installment of 257 euros also came out. So let's take a look at what jobs we've got available for us here. Alright, so both of these locations, because we had discovered Du Bois as we came through here as well, but these actually look like they give us a little bit of options. I've kind of been coming across here. You can see the areas I've discovered. So I'm trying to at least keep moving in this direction a little bit, because ultimately maybe I'll end up taking some loads to the Middle East, if that makes sense. That seems really short, but the challenge is with the Real Economy mod that we don't want to get too low in what we're doing. So Banja Luka is where we had come from before. That's the wrong way. That's like right in town. And then that just means we'll have to take something else. There's nothing special about this one. Just they're really short, honestly. I don't usually mind short ones, but they're all pretty short. Because, yeah, I don't want to take that. That's really my best one, so I'm comparing it to 1.26 euros per kilometer. And getting one instead of the other option that I have. So let's see. 1.23, because we also get fragile, but this gives us, yeah, see, the problem is here, we're always, well, this one's close to 29 minutes, 47 minutes. We're always like having no time to pick these orders up. It's kind of a little crazy how they tighten everything up like that. This one just seems a bit lengthy, but I mean, it takes us in the right direction. There's a possibility, again, we'll unlock Belgrade. You know, and then it likely means we're going to have another longer run next time because there aren't a lot of cities nearby. But this just seems to make the most sense. I've got time to get there. I don't have to rush. Yes, I'm not getting a lot of bonuses. So I'm going to go ahead and do this Pirelli empty pallets to Exxon. Let's go with that. Alright, so I'm assuming we're going to need to go to the left because I don't see Pirelli down the road there. So I'm going to pull out assuming that. It may change its mind. Yeah, it's not really good at telling me where to go. I see, it's thinking I should go to the roundabout, but I don't know why I would do that since I can
go straight on.
Pull out here and go. Alright. Ah, there's the Pirelli, so it's not that far. It felt like it was a pretty small town, but pulling in here in the middle of the night, it was hard to see.
At the roundabout.
Now hopefully we'll get
third exit.
enough daylight here that it will be a nice run and we'll actually be able to enjoy some of the countryside, which I haven't been able to do for a bit. I've had to kind of keep running things
Exit now.
late into the night.
Keep right.
Oh yeah, when we
and then
dropped
turn
off,
right.
we did go by Pirelli here. Now I recall, but
Turn
again, I
right.
was pretty tired, so I didn't remember. So there it is. We just need to figure out where the dispatch shed is. Probably right here. Yep. So
Here we are.
a good tire
Safe and sound.
manufacturer, but they are hard to find in the US, I will tell you that. They're not as common as you might expect. Alright, there is our job.
Ready to roll.
And there it is. So let us head over there. So right next to the forklifts. Just be careful we don't hit that. That looks like it could... Whoa! As I say that, and then I almost go and do it and put a hole in my radiator is what I was going to say. So it's got a little bit of a lip up there. I just thought I was backing up and getting my controls confused again.
Okay. Here we go.
Alright. So we have enough time. It's going to take us about 7 hours, it says, to get there. 22 minutes in real time, so the way everything tends to go with the extra time in the beginning and the end, should be right around the 30 minutes that I like to keep it at. So if you're new to the series, welcome. Glad you've stopped by. Hope you continue to stop by. And if you're returning, very appreciative of the loyal viewers that I've got that keep coming back
Get
and
ready to turn
enjoying the trips here with me. So everyone
Turn
is welcome, and this is certainly, like I try to do with most of my series on the channel, something you can jump into at any point. There isn't some ongoing story arc that you're going to be lost in. We're not running a TV show here or anything. We're just playing
roundabout.
Euro Truck
Take the third
Simulator
exit.
with a couple unique changes. The third exit, huh? So go around here and then down and head out.
Exit now.
All right.
Keep left.
Oh, that makes sense. I was like, I think we'd go to the right, but we're not going to the right until we get to the top of the overpass there. But it had me a little confused. So we are in some mountains. Again, I was wondering last night, like, what was I seeing? Ah, looks like I'm thinking a mosque or something. Do I turn right or am I going straight here? I'm going straight. Alright. So I am obviously completely turned around from where I was going. But yeah, I think those are minarets and so forth, and so different churches around, certainly. So that is always a welcome sight to, see things I'm not used to. That's one of the reasons I like playing Euro Truck Simulator. I'm not as familiar with a lot of areas in Europe, and just trying to get a little bit of that experience, understand it's just a recreation that may or may not be remotely accurate, but I'm sure they try. You can see a lot more during the day. Definitely couldn't see all this clutter and so forth that was around. But I know it was a little bit of a slow grind getting into town here. I think now we're leaving Zenica, or Zenica, not sure how it would be said. And I don't even have the right letters, like it's got like a U with something hanging down in the town we're going through, but it looks like Kaparijbu or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. So we're headed where we're headed, to ExxonMobil. How about that? I can tell you that with certainty. And more importantly, we're doing it with a little bit of daylight. Once again, because of the sleep schedule, we unfortunately had to sleep into the afternoon already before we even got going. So even though we have basically 6 hours, it's still going to be 8 o'clock or later, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night before we get there. So we're not going to end this in the daylight, I don't think, but hopefully we'll get enough to look at before it gets too dark to see anything. We should still have 3 or 4 hours, I would think. So we should be able to get more than halfway, but some of that has to do with just, are we going to have slow roads in certain sections that aren't going to allow us to move as effectively as we need to. So right. I think once we get past this junction, then we're close to what I would call the freeway, which will hopefully then let us get going faster, although in theory we could go 80, although now it's slowing us down. So this is Doboj, I don't know how it's said here. I would think it's Doboj, but don't know. Closer to that. How about that? But I think it was like 70 or 80 kilometers from where we were at to get back here.
Go straight on.
Alright, a little bit of a police car. Not a little bit of a police car, it's a full police car. But a small police car is what I meant. Small, at least compared to us. It's probably normal sized. I'm just saying really ridiculous things today. Alright, well, we go straight on. Why do they do that? They scare me. I don't know if they're really going to pull out. I don't like that at all. I'm not going to lie. It was not pleasant. Luckily, we just filled up, so no concern there. Alright, well, this is longer to something than I expected. But I see a toll, which probably is indicative of a freeway, but it's the question of, are we going to go that way or not? And we should know shortly after we come around this turn here. I assume our GPS will give us straight on or turn left. Oh, looks like a railway up above, an electric railway. Got some construction on the overpass there. It's always nice to see places growing. I guess we're not getting on here. Alright, so I think we'll just be driving through the countryside, which is not bad for scenery, but it's not great for effective movement.
Turn right.
Alright. So we should be able now, hopefully, to at least get into cruise control speed and move along. Telling me 17 more minutes of real time. A little over 5 hours to get there, so like I said, it'll be between 20 and 21, which will be 8 and 9 o'clock if I'm doing my math correctly. I don't know, I struggle to operate in a 24-hour clock format, but keep working at it.
Keep right.
Alright, well, since I can't actually turn left or right, that makes sense. But obviously the GPS knows there's a turnoff there that the AI can take. I just can't. No, we're actually supposed to be slower here. So let me do that, because I'm like, yeah, these turns have been getting a little precarious, but now I understand why. So, another town, one that shall be nameless, obviously. We have no name on our map for this. So I'm assuming now I'll be able to speed up again, so I'm going to be proactive and start that. I could be totally wrong. No, looks like I am right. Regesta. Alrighty. Where will we end up? Esso. I'm familiar with Esso. Alright, so this is Samach. Whoops. Again, another slowdown that I've missed, which again causes me to run dangerously through the town. But there we go. A little bit of a roundabout, so...
Take the second exit.
Is he gonna come through? No. Alright, so kind of straight through here.
Exit now.
But just gotta be careful. I think I still clipped something. Not great at those. Wow, this is a... Although I think this is a border patrol. Looks like we have a little customs agent looking at documents. So they've just got the road blocked off. Obviously the most direct route would be there. That car scared me. I'll be honest. I literally jumped in my chair. You may have heard it. Other than that, everything's okay. No other occurrences or things that happened to me. Just literally scared out of my skin as he showed up in the bottom corner because I thought I or he would hit each other. So, nice parking area. Probably one of the bigger ones I've seen in ETS2. Alright, so I assume, yep, trucks here, those are cars, so that wouldn't work. So hopefully all our papers are in order for this load and we don't get detained or in trouble. Yes sir, yes sir, I'm hauling empty pallets. That is what I have in my truck. Thank you, sir. You have a good day too. Alright. On our way.
Get ready to turn left.
Is he gonna... Alright, looks like he slowed down and let me go.
Turn left.
And now we're back on the road. If we hadn't gone through the checkpoint, but... There's the border. There, oh, nice bridge. Are we crossing literally two countries, like over the river, or is... Oh, I see, this might be the border where we're leaving, and now we're finally getting into the other country. So the border might really be the river. But they have the checkpoint obviously up there. So nice how the train
Get
goes
ready
across
to
with
turn
us
right.
and then goes back up on the hill. Republic, or I don't know what republic that is.
Turn right.
Alright. We're going to have to get checked in again. I'm sure the country we're coming into wants to know what we've got, so we'll talk to this agent here. So, excuse me, give me a second. Hi, sir. Yes, I'm hauling empty pallets to the ExxonMobil factory. I'm sorry I can't tell you what the name of the town is. I'm not familiar with your language, but thanks. Have a good day. So, through there, we've got police on either side, obviously, in case there's any
Get ready
problems.
To turn left. Turn left.
Turn left, alright. I don't know that I really need a turn signal, but it does seem like we're going on to another street. So we were at Samach at the other place, too. I don't know if that's a town that spans the border of the two countries.
Turn right.
Not sure. But yeah, this is the kind of stuff that I really have heard about pro mods. That, you know, they do a really good job of lots of areas, and it's definitely better than Pro Mods Canada, which is pretty sparse. So that's one of the reasons I've really been looking forward to doing this series and began it, was just the opportunity to do a lot more exploration on the Pro Mods map, because other than that I've traveled between some of the big cities, but trying to intentionally run a career in ETS I have not really engaged with. I've just kind of been enjoying general running around, but that tends to keep me always to the freeways, so this is a welcome change, taking these shorter jobs that then don't do that.
Get ready to turn left.
So I was going to say, now I know I'm getting on the freeway because I don't have a choice.
Turn left.
The road goes on, but not for us. We are not allowed. I don't know if that's canola, all yellow there. I think I'm clear. There we go. I assume this will be just a toll that starts tracking where we get on here. So I'm assuming we're not going to pay anything here. It looked like it had electronic sensors, but no, it's going to make me get a ticket. And as I said, it's just giving me the ticket, but we won't pay until somewhere down the road. Alright, so for a time check, it's telling me still 12 minutes. Looks like we're going across. And then we're going to kind of go right over where we came from. So we're doing a little bit of looping around here. A little bit flatter here. You can see kind of the mountains, the foothills out in the distance there. A little bit of a challenge on these ramps. I'm sure the regular truck drivers that do this all the time go way faster than I do. Maybe not. I just feel very uncomfortable with the guardrails on both sides, that I'm not going to scrape something. And I'd prefer to not damage me or the customer's trailer if I can avoid it. So yeah, I think Belgrade was Yugoslavia, but I'm not sure if that's accurate. These countries did exist. They were different when I was younger, but it's been so many decades now that I don't recall. I've got my cruise set too low. I was wondering why I couldn't speed up, but I think we're going to have to stop and pay a toll right away anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I suppose I should stop accelerating. And yep, now we're going to pay the toll. So we'll head to a green lane. Wondering if I go over here. ENC, I think, is the electronic. I see a green arrow, so I'm hoping. So there we go, €6. Seems to be the consistent factor here. I think that's what I paid on my last run too, but I've got 239
right,
kilometers
and
to
then
go.
exit right.
So, oh, we're already at another border agency here.
Exit right.
Interesting. So, I guess we just kind of went into the corner of a country and now we're doing something else. All right, this should get me through here. Not sure if I could have gone straight, but it did kind of indicate trucks to go here. Belgian chocolate. Pleasure. Interesting. It's like a little chocolate truck. We've got a company called Schwann's in the United States that will deliver in trucks with the various doors like that. You can just buy things at your home. I don't know if that's a similar thing, that they'll just show up at your place of business or your home with a truck of chocolate and let you pick it. That would seem very dangerous to me. I would eat far too much chocolate if it was that convenient. I eat far too much anyway when it's not convenient. Oh, sorry, sir. Yes, pallets. All right, have a good day. Sorry, I was talking to you guys and the agent was giving me this dirty look because he was trying to ask me a question and I just kept babbling on. So luckily I made it through, but we're gonna have to stop here again, as is normal. Please drive on the right side of the road.
And then exit right.
We've been driving on the right side of the road, so, but maybe at the other side of the country here, we get somewhere that you have to drive on the left. A little bit of foreshadowing, maybe. All right, that barrier is up. Ooh, we are getting close on the rest. Not sure which way I want to go here, but this seems like the more logical thing. Oh, I'm half tempted to rest, but then we're going to lose daylight, and we'll definitely be driving in the dark, because I do have time. I have 19 hours and 2 minutes till I need to get there, but these border crossings have been chewing away my time, that is for sure. So I only have about 20 minutes between when I need to rest and when I'm going to get there. So, yep, once again, moving pallets along. Yeah, I have to keep telling these different agents. Obviously, you know, I haven't seen... They're all different people because I'm in different locations, but to you I must sound like a broken record. I just keep repeating things over and over, but I do need to let them know what we're doing. Camping. Serbia. Alright, thank you. Thank you for telling someone who can't read the local language exactly where we're at. Yes, that is really clear. I'm sure it is if you know the language, but if it's an important message, which I'm thinking it might be because it's spanned across the freeway, I don't know what it said, so hopefully it's nothing that I need to do differently, or I'm probably going to be in trouble. Alright, and just as we start moving, we get to slow down for a toll, so this is the part I could probably do without in Europe, but obviously if this is what is happening, then, you know, that's why they have us do it. But you just can't seem to efficiently go anywhere if you keep having to constantly stop. So let's see, start of the toll road. Getting down to about 200 kilometers now. Just want to make sure that we're good. Alright. So, Hopefully we can go for a bit without slowing down. Again, I don't know what those things say. It looks like we're driving into a cloud, so maybe this is a foggy area? It's a fog warning, and it said 40, so maybe what it's telling us is when you're driving into fog, kind of driving into a cloud on the ground, instead of going 90, go 40. Should make sense, so I'm thinking that's what that sign says. Alright, Ruma. But we are going to K-P-A-R-Y. That's what it starts with. Pari. Kapari. I don't know. It's Kapari Djebuo is what it looks like to me. But I have no idea if that's right. Now, I do think there was a kind of a lengthy straight part at one point where we were just headed due east. I'm thinking that's what we're on now. So according to my sim dashboard, we are going due east. Now I have 18 minutes, and of course we have to slow down for a toll. Goodness gracious. It certainly keeps you focused on whatever's going on. So we'll go over to the electronic lane again. Hopefully people will stay out of it. Are you coming over with me or no? Okay. Let's see if I can go a little bit quicker. Alright, €8, so went up a little bit. Lots of police that I've been seeing here today. Alright. Next, there's Budapest. I don't know, Nis, maybe, is the European name, or whatever you want to call it, non-local name, using the English language.
Keep right.
Alright, so I guess we're headed toward Budapest. Which makes sense, because then that kind of continues us going east. Where it looks like if you stay left, they're curving around and going somewhere else. Oh, like a more of a standard cloverleaf interchange, although it doesn't have all 4 leaves. It's just a 3-leaf clover, not a 4-leaf clover, so it's a standard clover by the Lux standard. If that reference doesn't make any sense, a 4-leaf clover is considered good luck, the way we understand it. Alright, so once again, finally getting up to 90 kilometers, which is the speed limit, but also the max that I can do in this truck. So there is Belgrade. Not sure if it's going to give it to us from a discovery standpoint. Obviously, we'll find out as we drive through. It would seem that it should, because like it doesn't look like Belgrade's over in that direction. Looks like it would be to the left. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure now that we're not going to be getting credit for it, because we're past it. Step 1 was on that truck down there. Is it going to have me go right, and then I'm suddenly trying to pass this guy? Doesn't, well, it's a little early, so it might still tell us that, so I just need to be aware. Alright, so not there. I'm assuming not the next one, because that just looks like it's a way to, honestly, to turn around. Like just go in, go on the loop, go over the bridge, come back down. You can't do anything else unless you just stop and somehow reverse and come back, which means you'd be going the wrong way, so you'd normally not want to do that. Full house, really? Oh, I see. just a full casino. All right, now we're under excuse me. Now we're under 100 kilometers. So 4 minutes of real time. This hill is definitely getting to me. Good news is we've certainly had more daylight than I thought, because now we're down to a little over an hour till we get there, and it's kind of just starting to get dark here. So we might get another 30 minutes of daylight. Again, that sign is not translated, so I don't know what it says. Good news is it looks like we just get to continue on, which means no slowing down, no cutting our pace back. So just looking for anything about the sign of where we'll go. I think we're far enough away that we're still probably an hour away from the town, so it's not like we'd be able to easily see it. Oh, we've got a toll here, so let's be careful. Good news is, at least here in Serbia, they've got the automated tolls, which is extremely, extremely helpful. Not going fast enough that I can turn on the cruise control. Nobody coming. All right. Do we go straight? It doesn't look like on the right sign, and I'm not seeing the town I need to go to. €737. I did just notice that for our bank balance. A little bit of some sort of a smokestack factory operating there as we head into the twilight. So again, here's the cloud in the road with the 40 on it. Patocina, that is not where we're going, but no, that's not where we're going either. It doesn't end in a C.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Doesn't look like a C, it looks like a U at the end, but...
Exit right.
Oh. Is this closed? Yes, it is. Great. Oh, boy. What do I do now? Luckily, it's not an urgent delivery, but...
I'll find a new route.
Great. Haven't had that in a bit, but always fun. Well, this will make it longer. Let's see. What's it going to have us do? Oh, much further. Wow, that's not a short distance, that's for sure. Yeah, it's 141 kilometers. We were down to like 20, so... We're back to 6 more minutes of real time, so I apologize for that, but can't do anything when the authorities are doing things. So, looks like we're going to have to go around, and yeah, this is the bigger issue. Now we're going to be an hour past our rest time. So maybe we will rest, because I have 16 hours. But I don't know that there's anywhere to rest, is the challenge, because I think these were just toll booths. Yeah, but the nervousness here is definitely... Am I going to get in trouble for being late? I won't be late for the delivery. Again, I have time to rest if I'm able to do so. But right now I'm down to 33 minutes when I should be resting, and I've got almost 2 hours till it says I would get there. So yeah, it's just extremely not helpful when this kind of stuff starts to happen. And it definitely seems that I run into this a lot more in Euro Truck than I do in American Truck Simulator. And I think it's because the window in ATS is longer. I think you're able to go 14 hours as opposed to
right,
10
and
hours
then
that you
exit
can
right.
drive within within the Europe structure.
Exit right.
But as you can see, we just have tolls. This literally just lets us turn around. There's kind of no other purpose for this than this. And I'm guessing they might have put this in just so in case you get that detour or something. Now I've run into situations where, goodness, I hope it doesn't happen, where both sides are closed. You know, again, now we're getting charged more tolls to do all this. It's just not good. I don't know how else to explain it.
Turn
It's
right.
just not good. I'm not real thrilled about this. So yeah, I think we'll barely be heading back in the other direction before we're supposed to have rested. Almost guaranteed, especially with the toll stop. But now we're at 90 kilometers to go.
Get ready to turn left.
I mean, the good news is this should, once again, usually when you have to go further, it does adjust
Turn left.
the cost or the price and tell us that we get paid for that extra mileage, or distance is probably the more appropriate way to say it, because we're not in miles, we're in kilometers. I don't know that kilometerage is a word. It's not one I've ever heard. And yes, sure enough, 1 minute till I'm supposed to rest. So before I even get on the highway, I'll be past my rest break time. And there we are, 0 minutes. I really wanted to speed up, but this turn is, again, really tight, and I don't want to have a problem. Alright, there we go. Now we'll see what happens. It's telling me 72 kilometers, which is about what I have, 78. Yes, I know I'm getting tired. I wasn't planning on driving this far. It's the police, and there's no place to rest out here in the countryside, so I'm struggling. And once again, I'm going to run into the situation where when I can finally find something, I might be waking up in the afternoon again. I was hoping that things would be a little better, and that for next time, maybe I'd be a little more situated to have a full day of driving. Alright. Thinking this is where I needed to exit, but now I'm not sure. No, it's probably still too far.
Keep right.
No, okay.
And then exit right.
Because I was going to say, it's telling me 48 kilometers, which seems a long way, but
Exit
we might not be near anything here. Yeah, but they're still blocked over there. I wonder if they're always permanently blocked, but they might just be there. Because once they're spawned, that's the thing I've never kind of paid attention to. Is there a time when they vanish? I'm assuming only once you're done with the load do things reset. Alright, so we've paid 15 and 9 euros. Well, we probably would have paid the 9 euros or something like it exiting the proper way. So alright, and of course we've got to climb as we turn around here to get to the top. Always pleasant. Just a nice slow go, where on the other end it would have just been nice and flat. We would have just paid our toll, been on our way. I would have been in bed a long time ago. But they've made this more challenging, that's for sure. So we still have 33 kilometers to go. Guess I better slow down again, because I can't go
Go straight
90.
on.
I really shouldn't even go 70. Normally I'd be going 65, but at this point I'm pushing it a bit because I just want to get somewhere that hopefully I can rest. It won't let me. Oh no, that's just a car. I thought it was a rest sign. I'm like, where? Let me rest. That would be great. But no, that's not what it is, and I don't see anything popping up right away. Hopefully there is something here nearby that will let me do that. But it doesn't look good. So it looks like I'll be going, oh, now we can speed up, so let's do that. Although of course as I just do that, we're going to hit this roundabout. But I suppose it saves a few seconds here and there, going a little quicker.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Alright.
Exit
Fixamer.
now.
Oh, there are places here, so that is good.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Now, one is definitely a garage. The other one I'm thinking is a service center.
Turn left.
I will go make this delivery at this point, and once again, then I'll worry about resting in the morning. I was not expecting this at all, but at this point,
Get ready to turn right.
I think it just makes more sense to do that.
Turn right.
But yeah, we might not even, get here and get in before midnight. Ridiculous. That is not what I expected. But we're going to have a few options here in the morning, but again, that's after I go to the end of the road and rest.
It's all over now.
It is. Alright, so there is where they want it. So we'll just get that put in there. It's a big enough bay. I'm hoping it won't be too challenging, because I just want to be done and out of my truck and sleeping. Well, not necessarily out of my truck. I sleep in the truck, but and the good news is if I black out now in the parking lot for a second, it shouldn't be too bad. But alright. Too much. Too much of a turn. See if we can make this work. So again, I'm just trying not to have to like reset myself entirely again. This should work fine. Alright, there we go. Hello. I don't know why he drifted forward. Probably because I hit the keys. I had hit the decouple button, but there we go. Alright, 571. So again, it at least gave us that for all the mileage. We've leveled up. So let's go ahead, figure out what we want to do. I'm thinking the high value cargo. I think they're really pretty much the same at this point. So yeah, we'll do that so that we have rank 2. Alright, and we did get gas, and we're still doing well. So maybe we've reached the tipping point where now we can be profitable, which would be wonderful, because that would allow us to eventually expand the company too. Get more trucks, get more drivers, and so forth. But thanks for tagging along. Certainly if you've liked this, I'd appreciate if you drop a like. Love if you would subscribe as well. That obviously helps the channel grow and increases the community that we've got involved here. But thanks for being here, and I will see you next time.